Hi everyone, it's Amber from Urban Timber Revival, and today we're going to use some leftover materials from the other projects I've shown you to make some diorama boxes. So today I happen to have some deer heads, so that's what we're working with. Got this big guy here and a little guy here, and I'll walk you through the steps. I'm going to turn the camera around and I'll show you my workbench. Welcome everyone. Let's get started on a new holiday project. So this looks a little odd, but I found this wallpaper at a garage sale for about $2. And I'm going to zoom in on it so you can get a good look at it. It's thick. It's kind of got a spongy texture to it. It just looks a little vintage to me. So I cut off a slice, I got it wet, and then I just put some scrap wood on it, and I'm going to let that dry overnight. All right, so I let that dry overnight and I'm ready to trim it. So I'm just getting a cutting board from the kitchen and an X-Acto knife, and I'm just gonna cut off the excess. Now sometimes it doesn't stick all the way. You might have to put a little dab of water on there and let it dry further, but you can certainly get it cut and then touch that up. Okay, so I'm gonna take this off and flip it over, and you can see it looks perfect. Now, two things that I forgot to mention last video. One, I've seen this wallpaper at Home Depot and Lowe's, you can still get it, and two, it's paintable. So you'll see I'm going to keep some of these white and some of them I'm going to paint blue. Okay, for sake of time, I'm not going to teach you how to frame today. There's several videos on that, but I put a simple box frame on these and I chose to paint a few of them blue and I left a few white. So I want these to have a vintage, kitschy kind of look to them. So I'm going to put a bead of glue around the edge, and then I'm going to install some tinsel. So you want tinsel that has a really low profile, just to give it a little shine around the edges. So I found this, it's really pliable. It doesn't really have a wire in it. I don't think it matters. Whatever you can find that has a low profile should be fine. I believe I got this roll at Dollar Tree last year. If I didn't get it there, I got it at Michael's. So as I record this, it's in October, so it's a little early to look for new supplies this year, but I can't imagine you wouldn't be able to find it. All right, so I love how this tinsel looks against the blue. I'm just going to trim that. There you go. I'm just going to speed this up and finish the rest of them, but you can see how that tinsel looks against the blue and the white. And I believe that it comes in gold and red too, so you can choose what you like. Next up is the wood slice. I had this left over from another video I did, if you caught the little dioramas. So I'm just going to put some white paint on this. Choose any color you like. I did some white and I did some baby blue colors. And I put it on pretty thick because I also use my paint as glue, and you'll see why shortly. So now that I have lots of goopy white paint on there that I'm using as glue, I'm breaking out my glitter box. And if you don't have one, you should make one. So this is where I store all my glittery snow for all my Christmas projects, and then I just shut that box and put it away before I make a mess. Comes in super handy during the holidays. When you're shopping around your local craft store, you'll see a lot of cute little ornaments that are relatively inexpensive, and I found these deer head mounts. So I'm going to take my glue and I'm going to put a generous amount on there because he's a little top heavy, and then I'm going to glue him right to that wood slice just like a deer mount. All right, so we're going to get him on there, and because he is top heavy, I'm just going to rest him up against this frame and let him dry for a bit. So I let the deer heads dry for about an hour, and now I'm gluing them to the center of my little diorama box. And I realize nothing about this makes any sense at all, but I love making unusual crafts at Christmas. And if you do shows like I do, people just love unusual things that they don't see every day. All right, I've got him on there, and this one I did a little blue background on that wood slice. Sweet little thing. All right, that concludes this little holiday project. I hope you enjoyed it. If so, please comment. They mean a lot to me, and I will continue to onboard some classes for you guys. I hope you have a wonderful holiday season. Enjoy.